Welcome back everyone. Suppose you are making a calculator and you want to find the sum of two numbers. You could do that by just initializing values like a equal to 2, b equal to 3, print a plus b. That will give you the output file. But what if you want the user to give the numbers? You want the users to set values for your variables. That is where input functions come in handy. Now I'll teach you how to use an input function. First of all, you need to choose a name for your variable. So we'll be making a program to print the sum of two numbers, and those two numbers should come from the user. So let's do that. Let a be our first variable. So to receive input into a, all you have to do is use int bracket input. You do this and Python will read input of a from the user. Now int is specified here, which means that the input is going to be an integer. The same way we can initialize a value for b. Now we have received our values from the user for a and b. Now we need to print it. So let's print the sum of it, that is a plus b. Okay, so what this code means is that a will be inputted from the user, b will be inputted from the user, and we'll print the sum of those two numbers. Okay, let's run it and see if the code is working. Okay, now we can enter in a number. Let it be 3 and the second number be 5, and we got 8, which is our required output. Okay, this is all great. The program is working perfectly. But what if you ask your friend to run this for you and he doesn't see the code, he just sees the program output. He doesn't know what to do. Like we know, we are the ones who made the program, so we know that we had to enter a number. But for someone else, that is a user using it, don't know what they have to do. So we must specify what the user is supposed to do. So for that, what we can do is, inside the input bracket, we could add a string. If you take a look at the code, what this is supposed to do is that instead of just providing a space to enter your input, Python will now show this string that is we have written inside this input bracket, that is enter the value of first number. Let's run this and you will have a more clear idea. You can see that enter the value of the first number comes in and we can give an input, and we have space to provide an input, let it be 5, and then enter the value of second number, it can be 6, and we get an output that this sum is 11. Now this program is more user friendly. Even someone who doesn't know how to code in Python can understand. Whenever you use input statements, make sure that you provide this string inside the input bracket so that the user can have an idea of what they're supposed to do. Now in this case, the user is supposed to enter a number. So by adding that inside this input bracket, our program will become more user friendly. Now there's also one more thing that you need to know. We can use the print statement like this. If you have multiple things to print, you can separate them with the help of comma operator, and you can use it inside the print statement like we have done here. You can do this way by separating it with a comma, or else you can do it in two separate print statements. You can simply use a print statement and separate the text and the variable using comma operator, or else you can use multiple print statements like this. The code will work the same. So I'll repeat again what we learned in this lecture. That is, in order to receive input into a variable, all you have to do is use the variable name equal to int, which is supposed to be type of the value we are entering, that is integer, followed by input, and inside the input bracket we type a text that is supposed to tell the user what they have to do. For example, in this case, he has to enter the value of the first number. The same way, the value of b is also received from the user, and finally we print the sum of those two numbers. You will have more understanding about this as we do more programs. So for now, this is all you need to know. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.